Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new video. Today is going to be the first episode in a series of videos where you're going to be learning how to make a home automation sort of server type thing that you'll be able to use in the future when I show you how to actually create smart home devices using things like Arduino and Node MCU. So let's get right into it. So first you're going to want to have an empty folder. I'm using PyCharm for this, but you can use any Python IDE in order to code this. You should have some basic knowledge of Flask before you begin. But other than that, there's no previous requirements. We're going to be doing this all in Flask. So yeah, let's get started. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open this in PyCharm. I'm going to just bring this in over here and show you. And so I'm going to make a few new folders few new files right off the bat. First, I'm going to make my app.py file, which is going to be my main file right here. Alright, and then I'm going to make two folders, one called templates and one called static. So once you've got that, we're going to head over to your command prompt. So just type in CMD. If you press the Windows button, this is for Windows, by the way. I'm not really familiar with Mac, so this is just for Windows. If you type in CMD, then you'll be able to get to your command prompt. And so you're going to have to type in a few things in here. We're going to have to do pip install, well, just one thing for now, pip install Flask. Or pip3 install Flask. You should try pip3, and if that doesn't work, just Google my pip isn't working, how do I fix it, and you'll probably be able to find an answer. And you'll see I already have it installed, but if you don't, it'll go ahead and install it. And so once you're done with that, we can actually get started. So in app.py, first thing we're going to do is we're going to do from Flask import Flask. Hold on, let me just configure my Python interpreter. 1 minute. Alright, so I got my Python interpreter all set up, and now we can actually get started. So first we're just going to do, just for now, from Flask, import Flask, and then we're going to set app equal to Flask underscore underscore name underscore underscore. And this is just like setting up your main app, your main Flask. It's just initializing it with a name. So it's just going to be the name of your program, which is, in my case, app. It really doesn't matter, but most people use app or main or something like that. Next thing we're going to want to do is in this episode, we're just going to learn how to create a website that you can actually go to. And then the next episode, we're going to start working on stuff like storing stuff in databases and information so you can actually run a smart home. So to create what they call a route, you're going to have to type in app at the @ then app dot route. And then in parentheses, you're going to want to put the route that the person is going to go to after they type in your website name. So let's say, for example, I don't know, Amazon.com. So Amazon, so after you type in Amazon.com, you can type in /help and it'll bring you to a help page, or /support and it'll bring you to maybe a contact me page, things like that. So if you just want it to be, if you type in the website and nothing else, then you're just going to put a / there, and so that it knows that if you just type in the website name and hit enter, you'll receive this. So we have to put app.route, and then we're gonna have to make a function that runs when app.route, when someone goes to the website. So we're gonna make a function called let's see, you can call whatever you want. You have to make sure that they obviously don't match up with something else. And I'm just gonna call this index. And then in here, just for now, we're just gonna return some text on the screen. So I'm gonna say return hello world. Oops. And we just have to do one more thing. We're going to do if underscore underscore name underscore underscore equals, now this is in quotes, underscore underscore main underscore underscore colon. And then if you're in PyCharm, you should see this little green like triangle arrow thing here. And then we're going to say app.run. And then in the parentheses, we're going to say debug equals to uppercase T true. Okay, so now if we go ahead and run, Let me just make sure if my formatting is right. If I just go ahead and run app, let's watch this down here. See, which we have debug mode on, we're restarting, and we see that it's running on a website. All right, so I've opened up a new Chrome tab, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to type in local host colon 5000. And if you're on the exact same computer as you're running the Python code on, you should be able to see whatever you typed in right over here, right? So if we actually compare this, if we just look, if I reload the page, watch down here, you'll see that we can actually see when we're getting a GET request, when someone's actually trying to access this website. So I know this video has seemed kind of short, but we've covered the very, very basics of Flask. You know how to add routes. You can add as many routes as you want. You know what? Let's do something quickly. Let's add another route. Let's do @app.route. And let's just say /support. And I'm gonna call this def support page. And so I'm gonna return here my phone number is +1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. And so if we just stop and restart the app, we bring in our Chrome browser here, or any browser, we reload localhost 5000, you'll see that we still get hello world. But then if we do /support and hit enter, you'll see it says my phone number is that, which is what we said over here. So you can add as many routes as you want. So yeah, a few things we're going to do next episode. We're going to learn how to render HTML instead of just returning text on the screen. We're going to learn how to put variables into your up here in the search bar. So you could do like / and then a number, and maybe it will display the number on the screen. We'll do things like that. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this series. As I said in the beginning, the final goal is for you to have a smart home console, where from there I'm going to be making videos on how to make smart home things that you could put in your home. So like smart door alarms and smart lights and smart switches and smart outlets for really cheap. No buying that really, really expensive stuff. We're going to do it all DIY, all automated. It's going to be great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first video. There's going to be plenty more to come. So yeah, hope to see you in the next one. Bye.